a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is taken just shy of the 10. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. Disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 43 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a...
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Packers 7, Saints nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Saints had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
102 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you call a downhill runner, and he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. Touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Saints nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As he brings up 3rd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Saints, nothing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, you found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Got it complete to Rodgers. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Packers 21. Saints nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup.
He'll drop to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating and it allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That is caught by Rodgers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Saints, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
First and 10.
Back to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Check pass, check pass.
They're going to try and throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Come 19! Come 19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Seven Pirates! Seven Pirates!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
18 Rattler! 18 Rattler!
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
Back to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
19 Lions. Warriors 70. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 6 yards away.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And some room to roam now.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They'll complete this one to Watson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Rodgers. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll go with Jones. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only one timeout.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles. 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
65, Mustang 19.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go, set. Panther 11, Panther 11.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on his spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. A solid stiff arm. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Like 208 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
White will score. Touchdown, Packers. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Manning. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The kicker on 4-point.
His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. And a solid run down inside the 30. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Over the middle to Beckham.
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is...